a review deck from the US. It's Redemption. It took quite some time before it arrived, but the wait was worthwhile. I'm pretty stoked with what's inside the package. Badass if I must say. The 2012 Mellow mold from Redemption Fingerboards. Heard so much about this deck. Some saying it's realistic, or at least taken from the realistic perspective of his big brother. My thought was, despite of the idea having the fingerboard act as a scaled assembly of a skateboard, there is no way it will perform the same. Given the finger physique versus your legs, I thought realistic mold is more of a sugar coating technique to effectively market it. This predetermined notion was totally changed, so behold, realism with functionality.
Satan, 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 Satan.
This is Mellow concave. I've been playing around with mellows much of my fingerboarding time, and this one is flat as hell. You can feel how perfectly this was crafted, and the hollows are unswerving from tip to end. This deck is very unique in all fairness, but the feel is more comparable to the flat face G12. G12s have a pretty good mellow, moreover flat external. Redemption holds a very unique hollow, which on first glance you wouldn't distinguish any concave on it. So Redemption nose and tails are lower than usual. Again, it's more of a skateboard than a fingerboard. One special feature of this deck is actually have concave on the dips, which is new to me. You can obviously feel it. Weird, but interesting. Tails are shorter than the nose. Another feature that I personally like. This provides different distinctiveness on stands and points you are in when doing tricks. So let's check out the plies. 5 plies of premium veneers. I presume all maples. Blue center ply. Exotic wood bottom. 100% handmade, sanded to perfection. I'm not very particular with ply arrangement or color, like some people do. And here are the bottom holes. Some chips on the veneer due to drilling, but we're looking an inch closer to the subject. Though it may look chipped, this is not a major issue actually. No kingpin holes, which I prefer. Bottom ply thick with exotic look and texture. A perfect assembly. So this deck is a 32mm wide and 101mm long, I suppose. So let's compare this deck to those of Burning Wood 32s. This may look like a Berlin wood, but that's not even a common base. This deck is unique, firm, really extremely than the Berlin woods. It was sanded very well, rounded edges, Nose and tail shapes are rounded with a bit of a squarish. Nose and tail edges were sanded exceptionally because the middle ply is visible. A clear indication that it was sanded in a 60 degrees manner. The nose is more of a squarish. So now, let's check out the holes. I can say it's perfectly drilled looking on a normal eye view. Let's take a closer look. The distance of holes from each other was consistent and I'm not seeing any issue with the alignment, just like some other deck companies, you know. I totally hate decks with misaligned holes and gives problem when mounting the trucks. The only thing I don't like is the holes don't have enough countersink to hide the screw head. It's good that it's pretty tight, but the screw head remains on top, which makes the screw a little bit shorter to hold the trucks. So you may want to really push hard so that the screws penetrates further. The tape will not hide the screw head, but at least it will level out and will give a feeling that it's not even there. I hate it if I can feel the screws against my fingers. You may want to modify the holes if you want to, but it's totally fine. Perhaps here's how it looks like on the bottom. You can notice the screws are a bit short, so it needs more push. This is not a huge issue actually, and adaptable at any rate. So let's hook this up with parts. FBS Super Smooth. This is Super Mellow jack with low kicks, and you really need well-rounded grip for this matter. Understanding the totality of the deck means identifying the right stuff to maximize the performance.
Word.
Since this is a 32mm wide deck, I'll put some BRD wides. Surprisingly, this deck is not heavy compared to other 32mm decks. Redemption's weight and the BRT complemented each other. Very, very good. I'm very particular of the fingerboard weight because for me, it affects your approach towards trick execution. Not too heavy, not too light. So now it's completed. This setup is overwhelming and a great feel because of the realistic look and feel of the board. The bottom ply is sick, exotic and solid. The low kicks made some weird feeling at first, but when you get used to the shape, it's extremely fun. This deck pops insane, flips like crazy, and so easy to maneuver. So what's the verdict? This deck is totally insane. A non-traditional fingerboard mold, but a more traditional skateboard aspect. The lower kicks does not compensate the flat concave like of those other brands with mellow concave, but incorporates medium or higher kicks, so this thing is a bit difficult, moreover advanced, but this is the real deal, man. I used to play skateboard back in the days, that's why I'm usually hooked up with a fingerboard. This redemption deck not only provides me fingerboard fun, but some skateboard memories as well. Tricks that I landed and those that I can't. Generally, this is a must-have. The price is very practical, cheap, but never compromise the quality. So fucking real, and Jordan is so fucking amazing. So that's my review with this amazing and overwhelming deck from Redemption. This is hardcore. Peace and rock on.